Welcome back. Today I want to talk about creating the meditation habit because I've had a number of questions recently. Forrest, I kind of fell off of my meditation practice. How do I get back on? And this is something which I really struggled with for years, and I finally came up with a solution. And so I'd like to offer this solution to you so that you sidestep all of that self-torture which I went through. And it's really very easy, very simple. So let's get into it. So like I was saying, I was in the beginning and I would go for a while and then I'd fall off of my meditation habit. And then I'd go for a while and I'd fall off my meditation habit. And every single time I fell off, I felt horrible. And I would self-incriminate myself. And I just felt like I'm never gonna get going because I can't simply start out correctly. I can't just keep going with my meditation. So how am I ever going to figure this out? And it wasn't for some time until I actually came up with a solution that really works. So on this channel, I very often talk about coming to meditation because you love it, growing the amount of time that you meditate because you love it. So we're building these meditative skills, and as they build up, the amount of time that you can spend in meditation grows automatically. So I didn't have to push myself into something that I'm not ready for. I didn't have to force my body. Instead, I build up the skills of calmness, of HRV resonance, of tapping into your own parasympathetic system. You grow that, and it grows the time that you love inside of meditation, easily and naturally. So I talk about that all the time, right? And that's the perfect way to grow your meditation practice. In fact, it's the only way that really works, because if you are forcing yourself to spend much more time than you are ready for, then you're entering into strain. You're entering into the sympathetic system. You're entering into stress. And that's why you went into the meditation in the first place, is to get away from stress. And so you're stressing about getting away from stress, and that doesn't work. It has to grow from your parasympathetic system, from deep core relaxation, right? So I'm always talking about that, and it's extremely true. But for this habit of meditation, we need a commitment. We need to say to ourselves, I am going to commit. And the problem that I found in myself, and I see all the time, is that people want to overcommit beyond what they are ready for. Some meditators want to establish a beautiful practice, but they forget that you have to grow it from the ground up. It's a tiny little plant inside of you. It's a tiny little sapling, and you want to grow it into this huge tree. And it's like, well, can I skip? Can I just start at like an hour? And that's usually a bit too much. Now, if you could establish a 20-minute practice every single day, I think that's a beautiful place to start. If you have HRV resonance in your pocket, which you're here on this channel, so you have HRV resonance in your pocket. If you don't, go get it. And so if you have that, then establishing a 15 or 20-minute meditation every single day ought to be fairly easy, and you ought to be capable of that because it's not much of a stretch, because you are entering into HRV resonance every single day. Now that's a beautiful meditation habit. If you can do that, if you can read this and follow along and establish a 20-minute meditation every day, it will absolutely transform your life. You won't be the same. Come a month or 2 months or 3 months or a year from now, you will be totally different. If you're doing Om Japa in the chakras, I see this marker at about a year where some people are like, really? Really? This Om Japa in the chakras? And then they come back in a year and they go, oh my God. Oh my God, Forrest. I'm like, I know. They're like, oh my God, 1 year. And what happened? I'm not the same person. I'm like, I know, I get it. I totally get it. That's why I'm here. And so that would be absolutely amazing. 20 minutes every day, absolutely amazing. The problem is life. Life goes up and life goes down. And sometimes you're going to find yourself where your life is competing with that 20 minutes. And so committing to that 20 minutes when you can't do it, it's going to cause a problem. So what if we commit to a bare minimum? Just a bare minimum. Look, I just want this one line to go through my entire life, that I am going to go up, I'm going to go down, I'm going to have turmoil, I'm going to have joy, I'm going to have celebration, I'm going to have parties, I'm going to have family, I'm going to have all these things in a normal life. But I want this one golden thread of meditation to go through all of that. How do I do that? Commit to 5 minutes. That's it. Just commit to 5 minutes. So you do your 5 minutes and you're like, well, I'm here and I love it. And the HRV resonance feels so good. Well, I'm going to keep going. Well, of course you're going to keep going. Beautiful. But you did your commitment. The left brain, so everything else is coming out of love, it's coming out of depth, it's coming, growing out of you. But there has to be this beginning commitment in the first place to just show up. What do they say? The secret of life, the secret of success is just showing up. That's what this commitment is. If I can just show up for meditation, for HRV resonance, for Om Japa in the chakras, if I can just show up for that every single day for 5 minutes, that's all, then I've already won. I've established the habit of meditation. Forrest, what impresses you more? Somebody that meditates for 2 or 3 hours one time, or somebody that meditates 5 minutes every single day? Well, the second one, the consistency. The seed has to stay in the earth in order to grow. Consistency, that beginning commitment, will allow the seed to sprout in your life. And now the seed is growing. It's growing out of that commitment. We're leaving the seed in the earth. We're leaving that 5 minutes, that golden thread through our life. We're leaving it there. And now everything else can grow out of that. The HRV resonance, the sitting very still, which awakens the freeze response, the 4 proofs that let us know we're in the parasympathetic, the Om Japa in the chakras that clears the way so that the consciousness can roll up into the brain, right? All these things which I talk about over and over again, they all blossom out of just 5 minutes, that beginning commitment. And then you're there, and I'm sitting, and I showed up, and I am enjoying it. So I'm going to go for 10 minutes. I'm going to go for 20 minutes. I'm going to go for 30 minutes because I love it. I enjoy it. And it's growing inside of me naturally. But life goes up and life goes down, right? There's that hilarious Batman meme where Robin says to Batman, look, I can't do yoga because I can't stretch. And Batman goes, whoosh. You do the yoga because you can't stretch. Same thing. Life is hectic, so I can't do the meditation. No, life is hectic. That's why we're here doing the meditation. But it gets hard sometimes. I get it. I really get it. Hey, I've had it. I've had ups, I've had downs, but I keep the golden thread. 5 minutes. I have an amazing student, and he got hit hard in his life. A bunch of things all crashed down on top of his life. And he called me up. He says, I can't meditate. I said, no matter what, 5 minutes. Just do 5 minutes. We spend more time messing with our hair in front of the mirror. No matter how hectic your life is, you can always run away to a corner, run away to a bathroom if you have to, and just meditate 5 minutes. Make that little commitment to yourself. And then you'll go through a bad time. Doesn't matter. I have my golden thread. You'll go through a good time. Doesn't matter. I have my golden thread. And then out of that, the seedling grows. The tree of meditation grows inside of you. You love it. And every single time you come, you find the HRV resonance. You find some of the 4 proofs, proving to you that your parasympathetic system is there. It's available for you. That's what blew my mind. I was in the ashram. I didn't even have HRV resonance. Can you believe it? I had the 5 breath states, and I was using that to induce HRV resonance. I didn't even know what it was. I just knew it was amazing. And what blew my mind was that I could be up and I could be down. I could have a clear spiritual mental state, and I could have a beautiful meditation. I could have a horrible mental state. My attitude could be in the gutter, and it did not matter. The HRV resonance would be induced, and I would have an amazing meditation. It just blew my mind. I'm up, I'm down, it doesn't matter. The HRV resonance is more powerful than my mind. Oh my God, that just blew me away. How can that be? The technique is stronger than your mind. And this is where most people have meditation backwards. They really, I can't meditate. I can't meditate because my mind is a mess. I can't control it. I have ADHD, whatever it is. I can't do it. That's totally opposite. We do the yoga to calm the body, which reflects back on the mind. And now the mind calms. It's a sneak attack from inside of our nervous system. There's no grasping directly at the mind. You can't do that. That doesn't work. You're not going to learn more concentration in order to control your mind. That's the left brain. And the processes of meditation are meant to get you out of the left brain, out of the sympathetic stressful system, out of that. You can't use the stressful system to get out of the stressful system. That's not going to work. HRV resonance is using your nervous system to induce calmness, to induce a slower brainwave state. And out of that comes the peace. Out of that comes the tranquility. You did not grasp and control the brain directly. You didn't do that. You come from a sneak attack inside through the nervous system. That's why it works. And that's why we start with 5 minutes. We commit to that. And out of that, everything else grows. And then we get into the why. Why am I here? What is it that I want? What do I want from meditation? Why? Why? I used to ask myself this over and over again. And I didn't quite know why I was asking myself why. I just knew that the more I asked myself, the more clarity I would get. The more clarity that I had, the more aligned I was in my meditations, in my life with meditation. The more I asked myself why. Some of us want peace. I just want a little peace in my life. Some of us want access to our deep parasympathetic system. We want to heal our body and our minds. Beautiful. I love it. HRV resonance, sitting very still, they will open the door for this for you. It will become available. every single time. I can be up, I can be down, it doesn't matter. I can use the technique. The technique is more powerful than my attitude, more powerful than my left brain, and I will go into the parasympathetic system every single time. That works. That's beautiful. And some of us are asking these deep scientific metaphysical questions. Why am I here? Where did I come from? Where am I going? What is life about? Where are we all going? What is the journey about? What's it all about? These are the profound yogic questions that the yogi is asking. I want to get everything else out of the way so I know what I am. I've heard about the soul. I've heard about the Purusha. I've heard about the divine. I've heard about the higher self. I want to know for myself. Not from somebody else's lips. I want to know. I want to see myself directly. That's profound. And that's really profound. Now you're a yogi scientist. And so you put this golden thread through your life, and it will change your identity. It will change who you are, who you think that you are. And you become a yogi through consistency, even if it's just 5 minutes. That student of mine, he went I think it was it 1 or 3 months? It was a long time. All he could do, all he could manage to commit was 5 minutes every day, but he did it. And he came out the other side. And then you look at your life and you go, it was a mess, but I had this golden thread. And you start identifying with the golden thread. I had ups, I had downs. Yeah, that's life, right? But I have this golden thread. Oh my God. I feel my connection with that golden thread. It becomes a part of you. Life goes up, life goes down. I have meditation. It's mine. I own it. It's mine. Nobody can take that away from me. I can lose this, I can lose that, I can lose everything. Doesn't matter. I have a golden thread nobody can take from me. Nobody. Nothing. And then you realize, somewhere inside of you, you begin to realize, I am not a body, I am not a story searching for a spiritual experience. I am the spiritual experience. I am the soul having a human experience. Your whole world flips upside down. Because you had it upside down and you turn it right. You start to understand who and what you truly are. And that's magic in your life you can't beat. Nothing can beat that magic. When you start to realize who and what you truly are, that magic cannot be beat. So I hope that you love this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.